My beautiful Geminis, what's happening, what's cracking, lacking, and what's popping, baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your June 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages, they may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, welcome to your birth season. I hope you guys are doing well. Very happy birthday to the Geminis. I am excited for this reading. I hope we're looking at a fantastic fucking season, as I am a Gemini in Vedic astrology, and even in Western, I am a Gemini Cancerian cusp. So I got the Gemini energy surrounding me, okay? Let's go ahead and get it cracking and see what messages we got coming through, and we'll see what we got going on, okay? Messages for Gemini here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 2020. What messages do we got coming through for my beautiful Gemini, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 2020. All right, my Gemini gang, let's go ahead and get ourselves one last shuffle and see what messages we got coming through. Hopefully we got some fantastic stuff. What's cracking, baby? Gemini, the overall energy for you guys here is the Three of Pentacles. So you can be connecting possibly here with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. For some of you, random message, you could be wanting to get married. Unfortunately, you know, there may be a delay in that because of what's going on in the world, the pandemic, things of that nature. So there may be some of you guys right now doing wedding plans. For those of you that are in serious relationships and that are already engaged. So if that's what you're currently going on or doing, there may be a delay, but I feel like things are going to work out better because there was a delay, okay? Moving forward, though, in your current energy, we do have the Emperor, the person you're dealing with, we do have the High Priestess, and the outcome that's present is the Six of Cups. So, right off the bat, you can be connecting possibly here with a Aries. You also may be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. A lot of different zodiac energies that are appearing in your reading. Basically, Three of Pentacles to the Emperor is you trying to no longer control everything. I think that for a while you've noticed that you don't have a sense of control, and I feel like you've been craving a sense of control. And control can be healthy, and it can also be unhealthy as well. It's based on your perspective and how you're using that type of power. I feel like you're in a position this month in June where you're recognizing that the only thing that you need to be in control of is where you are going moving forward in your life. As you are the creator of your destiny, you are the person who creates your reality each and every single day. It feels to me that you have felt out of control for a long time. You have felt like your life was going in a direction that you could not fathom, that you could not salvage. And with all that being said, it's not necessarily the truth. We got here the Six of Cups. I feel like for a while, Gemini, you've kind of allowed your past to run your life rather than allowed yourself to create a brand new beginning. And with all this being said, sometimes when you're kind of stuck in your past, or when you are allowing your past to become your present, you lose touch with your own sense of control. So based on what I'm seeing here for you guys, moving into the month of June, it's all about creating a new beginning for yourself. It's all about letting go of your past and no longer being in the old story you've written for yourself. It's about writing a new story, okay? And with all this being said, Gemini, you're creating a new story moving into June 2020, and I can feel this energy of optimism, and it feels really good. It feels like the moment that you're moving into your birth season, you're feeling this difference in your energy. You no longer feel like you're tied and bound by your past. You no longer feel like you are stuck in the same position, consistently no longer having control. You're finally just starting to gain some, okay? So let's take a look here a little bit deeper, not to get repetitive because I know I'm saying the same thing. So let's get a little deeper into the reading, all right? Taking a look at the Six of Cups, what was Gemini stuck in regards to their past? And we got here the Eight of Cups. Wow. So for some of you Geminis, you may have been stuck in the past, stuck on somebody who walked away from you. You could have been stuck on feeling like you could never move on. You may have been in a place, Gemini, where you just genuinely felt trapped. And what I mean by that is like you felt like there was no way out to happiness. You felt like there was no way out to be in a healthy environment. You felt like there was no way out to pave a path to positivity. Like some of you Geminis could have been depressed to the point where you never felt like you'd see the light of day, you know? And I feel like throughout this month, throughout your birth season, you're coming into this power where you're recognizing that, holy shit, I'm the person who writes my own story. You know, I'm the person who can choose to keep on living the same old story I wrote for myself originally, you know? And we got to keep in mind, we tell ourselves stories all the time. If you're telling yourself you're depressed, that's a story you're writing, right? So for example, I'm depressed, I'm unhappy, I get no joy or fulfillment out of life. That's a story you're writing. But you could write a new story instantly. You could say, you know what? I'm happy. I'm positive. I have a healthy environment around me. I have great supporting friends and family, and I'm with the most amazing lover I've ever experienced in my entire life. We always have the opportunity each and every single day to write our story and rewrite our story because we choose to define what we are experiencing. And I feel like that's something that we really need to embrace moving into the month of June is that we write our story, okay? So in the past, you may have felt trapped. You may have felt like the way your life was never going to improve. You may have been unhappy and felt like you were always going to be stuck in that unhappy place, but it's great that now we're starting to see that we have the choice to rewrite our own story, and, you know, we're in control of our lives and our destiny, all right? Clarifying the High Priestess, why is the person that Gemini is dealing with showing up as the High Priestess? We got here the Temperance. See, the person you're dealing with, Gemini, isn't actually another person, it's you. It's you. And with that all being said, there was always a part of you, Gemini, that was in need of healing, that was searching for the happiness, the light, the positivity. And you're finally harnessing it moving into the month of June. You're finally harnessing it in your birth season. Because every time that a zodiac sign steps into their birth season, they step right back into their original power. They step into their element, okay? So, the High Priestess is an interesting card because the High Priestess wants to reveal to you what's hidden. In the past, Gemini, you felt like there was no way out, but what was hidden from you is that there was a way out. It's about changing perspectives. You know, like I mentioned before, we can always write our story, or we can always be in the same story over and over and over again. The story we tell ourselves is where our life is going to be. So we have the choice to rewrite it and write a new story, or we have a choice to keep living the same old story. There was a part of you, or there was something from you that was hidden. And what was hidden from you was that you could rewrite your story. What was hidden from you was that there's a way out. You were definitely caught up a lot in your ego in the past, but moving into the month of June, you're transcending beyond the ego. You're starting to see that there is this different perspective. There is a way out. So you're making a lot of life improvements here, moving into the month of June so far, and it feels really friggin' good. It really does. So what I'm going to do here, Gemini, is considering that this reading is solely about you, I'm going to take a look into your past, then I'm going to take a look into your current, then I'm going to take a look into what's happening in June 2020 with you, okay? So let's see what's going on. In regards to Gemini's past, what was going on in the past for Gemini, please, that made them feel so stuck? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 2020. What was going on in Gemini's past that made them feel so stuck? Let's take a look here. All right. Boom. First card out is the Seven of Cups. A lot of your past had to deal with emotional confusion. It felt like you didn't have stability in your life when it came towards love, so you always kind of found comfort in yourself. I'm kind of picking up on this vibe where you kind of felt like no one's ever here for me. Nobody's like 100 and stable with me. Nobody's that type of person that I could rely on. It's almost like in your past you felt like you had nobody to rely on, so you taught yourself to be reliable on you. But in the end, though, you still felt lonely. That's kind of what I feel like was going on in your past. We have here Ace of Pentacles, and we also have here the Devil, you know? In your past, I think that there was an opportunity for you to be able to... I feel like in the past, Gemini, you were on a good path, but something intertwined. Because from what I'm seeing in this reading, in the past, when you started relying on yourself, you started self-love, you started taking care of yourself, but something happened that triggered you. Something happened that drove you into a negative place. It's like things were going good when you were picking up your pieces, but something came in and stopped that. What is the Devil talking about? Three of Cups. moving into your past, it's almost as if people have proved to you that they're unreliable. It's almost like in your past, people have proved to you that you're better off on your own. You know, they've came in, they've caused drama, they've caused negative things to happen in your life, and it's made you feel like maybe being alone is a good thing. So from your past so far, from what I could see, it feels like you've been fucked over. Whether it was a romantic situation or a friend situation, it feels like you've been fucked over. And that was scars that you've had to heal from. But besides those scars, you also felt lonely because you felt like you couldn't genuinely connect with the right person. You kept feeling like every person you connected with was always the wrong one, and they always ended up fucking you over. But remember, that's a story you were telling yourself in your past. You were telling yourself in your past that you always meet people that hurt you, that you always meet people that are never who they say they are. You know, that you're always going to be alone because you can never find the right person. These are stories that you were telling yourself. So when you tell yourselves those type of stories, you invite that timeline into your life, and you ultimately resonate with it. Because we have to remember, if we're the creators of our reality, we're going to be aligned to our vibration, our thoughts, our beliefs, and our perceptions. So in your past, I feel like you perceived that no one really cared for you. You perceived that you were always on your own, and it sucked being lonely, but you never felt like you'd meet the right people. And the right people could be as simple as your soul family, genuine good fucking friends, genuine great relationships. It doesn't even have to be all romantic. It's just like you always felt like you never met the right kind of people. We have the Death card here, and we have the Three of Wands. So in your past, eventually something changed. You decided, okay, it's time to try self-love again. It's time to take care of myself again and maybe have a good perspective, right? Maybe have some sort of optimism. So from what I'm seeing here, Gemini, you've been in a consistent cycle of being upset and having these negative perceptions to being open and optimistic to change. It feels like you've been in a cycle of self-care and then self-destruction, self-care, and then self-destruction. It's like you've been in this on and off cycle of taking care of yourself and then wallowing in the people that have hurt you. And it was difficult for you to find some sort of stability, okay? And pulling out two more cards, we have the Judgment card here and the World card. So the difference about moving into June is that you're trying to give yourself a chance. You're also trying to regain control. You know, you're ready for a new perspective. You're ready for healing in June. You're ready to be in a place where you start a new story because things are coming into alignment with you. For some of you guys, this is your spiritual awakening happening right before your own very eyes. The recognition that you control your life, the recognition that manifestation is real. And as you finally start to see it, you're getting ready to rewrite your own story, and you're excited for that. Because in your past, there was a part of you that had doubts that your life was ever going to change. But I feel like now, moving into the present moment, you're getting ready to make your life whatever the hell you want. Okay? So what I've gathered from your past so far, Gemini, is that you've had trouble with self-care. You've had trouble with breaking those negative beliefs. The belief that you always come across people who are no good for you. The belief that you aren't good enough for certain types of positive relationships and positive environments. And, you know, you've gone through a lot of emotional confusion. You've gone through a lot of loneliness, and there's been times where you felt like maybe you deserve to be lonely, and that's all about your self-worth. But like I said, you've gone through times where you were like, you know what, let's be optimistic, let's take care of myself. And then you've allowed yourself to fall, and then you've picked yourself back up again. You were in a cycle of always picking up the pieces, but never actually progressing with the work you were trying to do. And by no means am I judging you for that. Life is life. Life is hard. Shit happens sometimes. And sometimes our ego can get in the way of everything. Sometimes we can get caught up in cycles of depression that are incredibly hard to break. Sometimes people can hurt us. And let me tell you something. People that have hurt you, guess what? They're still assholes for hurting you. Okay? Even if you came into alignment with them vibrationally, doesn't make it right that they did hurt you. All right? But what's important here, moving into the month of June, is that you are rewriting your story now. And things are going to get better because this time you're committing to rewriting your story. And that's powerful. Okay? Taking a look at your current energy, Gemini. Let's see what's going on there. What is Gemini's current energy throughout the month of June, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We got here Five of Pentacles. We got here the Star card. And we got here the Queen of Wands, baby. Ooh, I'm feeling the vibes. Five of Pentacles talks about a mindset of lack, right? Never having enough, never feeling enough, always feeling unworthy. And then here comes in the Star card, the card of optimism, the card of coming into alignment with your true self. And boom, we have the Queen of Wands, which is always a great card to look at because the Queen of Wands is all about hyping yourself up. It's all about stepping into your God fucking given powers and, you know, loving and appreciating the shit out of who you are and recognizing how worthy you are. So coming into your current energy in the month of June, you're tapping into the energy of worthiness, recognizing that you deserve a life of great matter, great positivity, great environment. You deserve the best of the best. You're finally seeing that for yourself, and you're not allowing yourself to deny that. You're creating a new system of beliefs, and you're recognizing here that I do deserve the best, because I am a great person. And I may have gone through a lot of shit in my past, but I deserve some real good shit moving forward. So you're stepping into the energy of worthiness. And when a person recognizes that they're worthy of good things, they then attract good things. Because when you feel unworthy, you're consistently sending a signal to the universe that you don't deserve anything good. But when you tap into the energy of worthiness, you're showing the universe, I know I'm worthy of good things. And the universe is like, damn straight you are. Let me tell you share a quick tip with how the universe works. Or God, however you want to call it. The universe says yes to everything. So if you tell the universe, I'm a piece of shit, the universe is going to be like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Because the universe is always reflecting you. But if you tell the universe, I'm an awesome person and I deserve an awesome life, the universe will say, you are an awesome person and you do deserve an awesome life. But when you say, I'm amazing and I'm going to live my best life regardless of what I've experienced, I'm going to overcome my past. I am overcoming my past. Fuck it, I overcame my past. And right now, in this very moment, I'm truly content and happy with my life. The universe is going to say, you know what? You overcame your past. You are truly living your best life in this moment. The universe is always going to reflect to you what you're putting out, whether you're physically saying it or vibrationally saying it. So as you're tapping into the energy of worthiness here, Gemini, it's beautiful. The universe is seeing it. Gifts are ready to be bared. And I like it a lot. Gifts are ready to be given. Okay? All about that Emperor. All about tapping into that energy of control. Self-awareness that you are now able to rewrite your story. Now taking a look into Gemini's future, let's take a look into June and see what we got going on. What can Gemini expect moving into the month of June? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 2020. What can Gemini expect moving into June 2020? Boom, Page of Pentacles. Boom, Two of Wands. Boom, Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a vibe, baby. So we got here Page of Pentacles and we got here Two of Wands. Well, what can we expect to happen moving into June 2020? Well, here's one thing we can expect. We can definitely expect you coming into alignment with people that you are deserving to have. I am seeing the opportunity for some of you Geminis to meet new friends or specifically love interests. So for some of you Geminis, there could be new love on the horizon for some of you, as the Page of Pentacles could identify that. But ultimately, you're going to notice a change in your behavior. As you've been choosing yourself lately, as you've been taking care of yourself and putting in the time, okay, you're going to notice that things in your life are changing. Boom, we got here Wheel of Fortune. For some of you Geminis, you may notice that your finances are increasing. So for a good amount of you guys, you may have raises coming up at work, especially if those of you are living in a state or a county where the economy is currently open, or if you're an essential worker or something like that. In New York, it's very different. We're not necessarily on lockdown. We can leave the house, but if you go into a store, you got to wear a mask, and there's only like essential operations open. So it depends where you live. But I do see an increase in finances for some of you here. And keep in mind, when you feel worthy, okay, of everything, money, finances, that shit's going to increase too, Gemini. It's not going to just be about you feeling good about yourself. You know, when you realize that you deserve the best of everything, that implies the money too. Finances will lift on up. Okay, so moving into the month of June, you're going to notice the immediate changes. As you're starting to rewrite your story, your manifestations are starting to come true. You're going to notice that whatever you're writing, For example, let's say you're rewriting your story that you are becoming a more successful person in regards to your own business or in regards to your job or your work. You're going to notice that you'll be making more money. For you Geminis that are rewriting your story to be happy with who you are, to be accepting of who you are, you're going to notice in the month of June that you're happy and accepting of who you are. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor, the manifestation of what you believe in the month of June. And it's going to be different for everybody, but you're going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to see that also on an emotional level, how content and happy you are versus how you were in the past. In the past, you were living the same old negative story. So of course you were emotionally distraught. But now as you're writing your own story, as you're manifesting and creating your own life, you're genuinely fucking content with it on an emotional level because things are deciding to go your way because you are allowing things to go your way. We got here Three of Swords and we got here King of Wands. Your pain from the past is no longer pain that's going to feel relevant. You're going to notice this change as well in June, Gemini, that your pain from your past is no longer having relevancy in your present and near future. Things that used to hurt don't hurt that much anymore because you're going to notice that that's not a part of you. And you are no longer, if you're no longer identifying your past with you, then how could you identify that pain? When you let go of your past, you also let go of the pain that is attached to it. So you're going to see yourself no longer harping on shit that is irrelevant, pain that's irrelevant, experiences you've had. You're going to recognize that since you're creating your best life, that doesn't fit in. And you don't have time to dwell on the past. And you don't have time to, be stuck. Remember, in the past, you felt like there was no way out. You felt like there was no way to escape the pain. You felt like this is it. But what was hidden from you the entire time? What was hidden from you is that there was a way out. But your ego didn't want you to see it. So I do feel for a very overwhelming amount of Geminis this month, I do feel like there's a spiritual awakening happening. I feel like you're finally coming into alignment with the fact of you fucking create your reality. You're starting to see the truth. And you're starting to change your life and manifest the life you desire. You're putting in that work and that effort, and you're no longer allowing your old story to govern your life. You're writing the story that you want to live. And it's beautiful. The pain from your past is dissipating. Things are changing. If you want to say your luck is changing, sure. But remember, you make your own luck. So nonetheless, Gemini, beautiful things are happening throughout June 2020. And I love this reading, man. I'm very happy for you guys. And I feel the vibes too. I've been working a lot on my story lately, improving my story as much as possible. And it's working out. So I'm excited for you guys. In regards to where energies are aligning for Gemini throughout June 2020, let's take a look where things are going. Page of Cups, Four of Wands, the Justice, ooh, and the Fool card. My Geminis, we got some beautiful energies, man. In regards to where things are aligning for you guys, some of you here, you may remember how I said before, Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, you're recognizing that you're worthy of good connections. You may just be manifesting good connections, okay? Let me explain something. When you are improving your life, when you are living your utmost best life, you are going to attract everything else that is genuinely good for you, meaning that healthy relationships will come. So whether this is you finding great friends or finding a brand new lover, that may be coming into alignment with you. And also the Justice card to the Fool card. Balance is finally being back into your life. Your life isn't all the way negative. You're starting to see that you have balance again. You feel healthy. Your life feels healthy. Your boundaries feel healthy. And you finally feel like you can let go of all the pain you used to experience and genuinely tap into the enjoyment of life as you are now the person who is creating your own destiny, as you are now the person who's writing your own story. And I'm going to reiterate writing your own story as many times as I have to because that is solely what you're doing. And a random message, going back to the beginning, how I said that there may be a Gemini who's engaged, who's trying to get married. This reading might apply to you too. You may have had ups and downs with your partner, but maybe things are working out for the best right now because you chose a different perception. So just randomly wanted to bring that message up, okay? Either way, as for the overall outcome for Gemini throughout June 2020, let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Oop, hold on, we got a few cards. We got here the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I'm going to pull one or two more cards anyways. As for the overall outcome for Gemini, please, throughout the month of June 2020. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 2020. Boom, Ace of Wands. I like it. So we got here Eight of Cups, we got here Six of Swords, and we got here Ace of Wands. You know what's interesting about all three of these cards? They all talk about forward movement. All three of these cards talk about forward movement. The Eight of Cups can represent walking away, but also walking forward. The Ace of Wands talks about new beginnings on the horizon as you're going into a new direction. Same thing with the Six of Swords, which also can represent reaching calm waters. Gemini, you did it. You made it out of the past, and you are finally creating a bright future for yourself. And it feels so damn motherfucking good. King of Pentacles at the top of the deck. Ooh, you're grounded and present to the moment. And you're finally starting to come into alignment with the life that you desire versus the life that you always thought you deserved. Fan-fucking-tastic reading, man. Gemini, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, please let me know down in the comments down below. Have an awesome, amazing, and fantastic birth season. Happy birthday to you all again. Enjoy your June, and I will see you guys for your June mid-monthlies, okay? Thank you so much, Gemini. I really love this reading. I cherish it. And I hope it helped. And I hope you guys feel the same way. I'm really excited for you, honestly. So let me know how it goes down below. Guys, have an awesome and amazing rest of your month and an amazing rest of your day. And I will catch you guys for the June mid-monthlies, all right? Peace. Peace out, Gemini.